Good morning, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. However you're catching us, we appreciate it. It is Sunday morning. We're streaming live. I am sitting here in the restaurant, getting ready to leave. Had a little work to do this morning. I got my run-in already. Waited for the rain to sort of subside, and got a short run-in, which is great. And let's see, I'm just on my computer here, so if anybody comments, I can read comments better. If you are tuning in live, drop a comment, hashtag live. If it's on the replay, hashtag replay. We're talking about our lobster bake today. We made it a better value. Not sure if I knew that was possible to make it a better value because it is an insane value for 25 bucks. But I'm going to tell you what we did with it, our lobster bake. And we're still doing our lobster tail sale. We have a lobster tail sale going on for $21.99 a pound. I'll talk about that as well. Some not so nice weather supposedly coming this afternoon, but let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll still be serving. We have a tent outside. If it comes to it and it's that bad, the weather, then we will seat inside. We have 6 tables that are ready to go, 6 or 7 tables that are ready to go. We're not serving inside on a regular basis right now because most people want to sit outside. And our back patio is packed to the capacity that we're allowed to pack it. We could put another, we turned away, Jamie, how many people did we turn away last night again?
A bunch,
20 more.
25.
I turned away at least 10, 12, 15 people alone by myself outside cooking lobster. So our back patio is packed. Our front, on the weekends, we can put tables in the streets, and we really planned it to say, okay, there's gonna be 5 tables out front. We're not gonna do any more. We don't wanna overload ourselves. Then all of a sudden, people show up, and it's like, oh my gosh, how do you say no to this person? How do you say no to this person? How do you say no to this person? So we just kept putting tables outside and expanding the footprint of the street until we had, 8 tables out there or something last night. So that's why we have enough business with what we can do outside that we don't want to do inside yet. But if it comes to torrential downpours and things like that, you will get moved inside. All right, we're not going to expect you to sit outside and
I encourage picking up today, takeout.
Takeout, yes, we always do takeout. Takeout
I
is
someone driving from Jersey today for our lobster rolls.
really somebody's driving from Jersey for lobster rolls. Our lobster rolls are killing it right now. We are just like selling more than I ever thought we would of lobster rolls. I'm just going to share my video here in a group, in the Ellenville What to Do group. If you're not a member of the Ellenville What to Do group, or What to Do in our area, Ellenville Worsing, join it. It is a group that I founded years ago. It has 2,500 members or something, and it highlights everything that's good to do in Ellenville. And it also corresponds with the Ellenville Alive page that I run, and a brand new EllenvilleAlive.com website that I'm working on. That's one of my other things that I've been spending a good amount of time on is promoting the area. A lot of people do, like Jamie says, people are driving from New Jersey for us today. We had people drive from Albany yesterday that have been watching us. So Joe drove down from Albany, got a hike in while he's down here. So I'm trying to provide a resource for you to do for people when they come into town. That's why I started the Ellenville Alive campaign, Ellenville What to Do in our area, so people can share hikes, fishing, hang gliding, shopping, things like that. And then I pay a staff member to go on every day a couple hours and just share content of everything that's happening with hashtags and the other stores and points of interest in Ellenville to build that up. So when people come to town, there's stuff for them to do. One of the new sections we're going to add onto the website, EllenvilleAlive.com, is far from being done. We have a lot of tweaking for it to do. We have a lot more businesses we have to add on to it. And again, I pay somebody to do that, so it's just not enough time to focus on that solely. We're going to add a section on there for realtors, buy or build a house in the area, so it's a resource guide. There's more and more people that are moving to the area, especially since coronavirus. Even before coronavirus, houses were selling, people were moving here. But now when COVID hit, a lot of people from New York City are coming up, they're buying things here. So I want to provide a resource of a featured property. So if any realtors are out there, reach out to me. If you're a realtor in the area, Elmville, Worsing area, immediate area, reach out to me. I want to do a featured property every week, every month, or whatever, and a resource guide to hire builders and things like that. So it's one of the community projects we're working on. Behind me is a brand new picture. This is catching people's attention because when you walk in the front door there and you walk to go to the back garden, that picture pops out at you. That's Matera, Italy. And I took that picture last November from our hotel room, which is a cave in Matera, and we're going back there next April. The trip is almost sold out. We've had so much interest in our next Italy trip. People are saying life is short. I want to travel. This whole COVID thing has made me realize this and that, and I want to travel. And if everybody who said that they're serious, like, no, I'm serious, Marcus, I'm going. If everybody said that, gave me a deposit, I'd have to do 2 trips. That's how many people have said, no, I'm serious, I'm going. So, but it just comes down to handing the money and giving a deposit at this point. So, which is a different story when it comes to spending that kind of money, but the intent is there, so I understand that. All right, on to our lobster bake. Our lobster bake. This Friday was the biggest sales on our lobster bake since we started it back in the beginning of June. We sold, I don't even know how many lobsters we sold, but we opened up last night like counting how many lobsters we have, how many tails we have, thaw more tails, let's cook more tails. It's like, do I have to go get more lobsters this weekend? So the weekend started off very, very strong. Sort of some inclement weather coming today or some thunderstorms later. You can always take out. So here's the deal with our regular lobster bake. It's $25. It's $25 for a lobster, clams, corn, and potatoes. People are saying this is the best deal around. Aileen just made a comment, best deal around, love it. She's been here, she's gotten it. And I've had other restaurant owners that have come in and go, Marcus, I can't believe you're selling it this cheap. Restaurant owners locally and restaurant owners from New York City. We have a lot of restaurant owners that come in from New York City that I've met along the way, that I network with, that I'm good friends with, or that just love our restaurant. So it's really awesome to see. And some of our sales reps recommend if they're selling to the client in the city, they say, oh, when you go upstate, you got to try Marcus. So we really appreciate everybody who recommends us. So we get a lot of restaurant owners that come in. I mean, just this weekend alone, there were 2 or 3 other restaurant owners in. And they all say to me, they go, Marcus, I don't know how you're doing it. That's really inexpensive. And of course, it's the volume that makes it up, right? When you do more and more volume, the lower margins are more acceptable. If you're doing 10 of one thing and you're making $2 versus doing 100 of them making $2, it's a different scenario. Not that with the case of lobster, but I'm just saying it's in the numbers. This is how McDonald's makes their money. It's in massive, massive numbers. And I know we don't want to be massive, and we don't want to, but we just want to offer a really good value right now and do a wow factor. So Jamie and I coach a lot of other restaurant owners, and we'll coach any business owner. And what we're teaching them right now, besides the Facebook Lives, getting attention, is like the insane effect. Like, you want other people to talk about your business and say, what's so-and-so doing? That's insane. I can't believe they're doing it. That's insane. So we're trying to get that insane factor in there for the summer and really offer a good value. And it's working fantastic. So it's so insane. We've sold so much that we've actually got a temporary price break on Lobster Tails, which is why we're doing our tail sale until Friday. Our tail sale until Friday. They're 7-ounce lobster tails. They're cold water lobster, which you want cold water lobster. I talked about this yesterday on the Facebook Live. If you want more in depth, go to yesterday's live. Cold water lobsters are better. 9 out of 10 people prefer cold water. The texture's better, the flavor's sweeter. Colder water lobsters grow slower, so that's part of the development of better quality meat. Caribbean lobsters, the spiny lobster, the Florida lobster down there, warm water, they grow quicker, the meat's tougher, chewier, not as flavorful. So that's the difference. So we have cold water. We've only ever served cold water lobster. We have cold water lobster tails, and they are from the North Atlantic here. So they go from Gulf of Maine up into Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, right up in that whole Canadian shelf that goes up there. And lobster tails do come from South Africa too, from the Cape down there. You can get really good, high quality cold water lobster tails from down there. So I served that years and years ago at a place I worked. It was on the sustainability list. Very hard to get though. So the lobster tails are usually $34.99 a pound. They're until Friday, $21.99 a pound. They're 7-ounce tails. They're big tails. They're like big tails. You look at that tail versus the tail that we're serving now, it's like, whoa, it's literally almost double the size. All right, so we are phasing out our 4-ounce tails on our menu on our lobster bake, and we're switching over to an 7-ounce tail on our lobster bake. So I had to adjust the price a little bit. But the way I adjusted the price works out into your favor, because you're getting more lobster for less money if you're going the tail route. So there's 2 ways to get the lobster bake: whole lobster or tails. And that's those are the 2 ways to order. So you used to get 2 tails for $30, and you used to get 1 whole lobster for $25. So what I did was I put 1 7-ounce tail, and I bumped the price down to make it it breaks down better than 2 4-ounce tails. So per ounce, it breaks out better. I bumped it down $2, and it's like, wow, breaks out better. If you add an extra tail, it's only $34.99. If you were to buy a tail separately, that size tail, a 7-ounce tail here at the restaurant, it'd be $19.99 for that 1 tail. So for another $7, you can add a second tail for $7. Bargain, like major bargain. So it's one of those insane things again. It's one of those insane, when other restaurant owners hear what I'm doing, they're gonna say, I don't know how you're doing it, that's insane. But so you can get a 2 7-ounce tail lobster bake for $34.99. Best deal going. Lobster tails, if you were to go buy the cheap inferior lobster, the warm water lobster, in Walmart right now, in Walmart or Sam's Club, very, very price conscious. They buy tons. They have tons of purchasing power. It's like McDonald's when they buy lobster for their lobster rolls in the New England area here. I mean, they just contract out and buy a really cheap product. So if you go to Walmart right now or Sam's Club right now and you buy warm water lobster tails, they're $25 a pound. We're selling cold water for $21.99. That's what a great deal it is. I saw a price posted in one of the big grocery stores that cold water lobster tails were $34.99, the same price that we're selling. This is like a Hannaford's, a ShopRite. I forgot where it was. So I'd like to do research on this kind of stuff and make sure that we're in line, especially with our grocery items. So Hannaford's or ShopRite, which has major purchasing power, 1,000 more times purchasing power than we do, 100, 10,000 more times purchasing power than us. They're selling it for the same price that we were selling at our regular price. So right off the bat, we're in line on price. These are grocery items. This is the frozen lobster tail for you to take home and cook. So the tail sale is going on until Friday. It's $21.99. We got a temporary price break because we were buying so much lobster that our distributor was like, okay, I can do this, but you have to commit. So what they do is they make you commit to buy so many cases. If you're a chef or in the restaurant industry or in other businesses, you know that, okay, we'll sell you 50 cases of this and we'll save you 30%, but you have to commit to buying those 50, and then every week we'll send you 10 cases for the next 5 weeks. So that's how the distributors do deals or the brokers do deals. They want an upfront commitment. You start paying on it and just keep drawing from it. So that helps the vendor go to their broker, their redistributor, their producer, and say, okay, we have 100 restaurants that are taking 50 cases of lobster. Cut us the best deal possible right now. So that savings goes along. So it's in the numbers. The power's in the numbers. So that's the way our lobster bake is even a better deal. 2 7-ounce tails are going with our lobster bake. Clams, mussels, corn, potatoes, drawn butter. The corn is organic now. We finally were able to get local-ish, I like that word, local-ish, from upstate, from the Finger Lakes, Norwich Meadow Farms. We tagged them in our Instagram post today. We wait for their corn every single year. We were buying local corn from Saunderskill. We got a batch of corn from Long Island, not certified organic. Corn is one of those things that takes a lot of attention to grow. And I know that the certified organic standards aren't the ultimate answer, because sometimes they allow sketchy things in the organic certification. And the reason why is because it was written by massive companies like Purdue and big companies like that that need to say, hey, if we want to play the game on a mass scale, we have to still make chlorine bleach available in chlorine on the chickens to make organic. So I know the organic, if you're a farmer, and I know the organic certification to some people doesn't mean as much as it does to others. but we are able to buy certified organic corn right now from Norwich Meadows Farm. They have an amazing selection of all kinds of vegetables. We just got organic yellow bar zucchini, yellow bar squash from Taproot Farms, which is another organic farm that we produce and support in the area. So the corn is available in our grocery store. I have to raise the price a little bit. We literally paid $20 more a case for the organic. We almost paid double, but well worth it. Well worth it. So we're back up to a higher price for corn. That is the corn that we're serving from today on. That's what's starting. So if you want organic corn for your house, we have it. I just have to figure out the price and post it on our grocery list. That is available. We have about a half a case left, so we have about 24 years left of certified organic corn. And now that Norwich Meadows has it, it's in season, we should be able to get it no problem every week. We're still doing our groceries every week. Our groceries are still a big part of our business. So you can come in and buy steaks, salmon, lobster tails right now because they're on sale, scallops, chicken breasts, chicken thighs. You can buy all this stuff from us. We have some produce in. People are saying that our produce is simply some of the best produce out there. They don't like to go to the grocery store anymore to pick up produce. There's a lot of farmers markets that are out right now. There's a lot of farms in season. So we have local farm stuff here. And some farm markets, like I know Barthel's, they do a fantastic job stocking stuff from other farms and their own stuff. And they have what's called their homegrown line, which is pesticide, chemical-free, organic style. So you can see their homegrown stuff. So right now is really the time to support all kinds of local produce. I mean, you wherever you go right now, local produce, you can trip over it. So that's really good news. Right now, it's in full season. Tomatoes are out there now. Local tomatoes are out. We're getting tons of local tomatoes right now. A bunch of other things from the farms. Let's see. So groceries. Ideally, the best way to do groceries are email us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Email us, and then what we don't have in stock, we can order. We get orders every day, by the way, but we can order for like Thursday, Friday to make sure we have everything in stock. So if you know Monday or Tuesday, say, I want some yogurt this week. Or I want, like last week we had a guest that wanted some local chicken, some local, true, free-roaming, no hormone, no antibiotic, no pesticides, like truly like the real deal on chickens. So I order it through the Farm Hub on Monday and it gets delivered on Wednesday and then they picked it up on Thursday. So if there's anything like we have the deal with this Farm Hub that has tons of local great things, and we can literally buy like, a couple pounds of this cheese, a couple pounds of that cheese. So if there's a cheese in the Hudson Valley that you absolutely love, email us. I probably can be able to get it from one of the Farm Hubs. So if you know, like, hey, I'm gonna pick up some steaks on Friday, email us Tuesday, Wednesday, and just say I want to pick up 2 packages of steaks, this, and this, and it makes it easier for our groceries to do that. So, all right. So, folks, thanks for tuning in this morning. I have to head to Justin's baseball game. He's playing in Dutchess Stadium today. Hopefully, we won't get rained out. Go ahead and drop a comment live if you're watching live or on the replay. And this is called Recaptive Deal on our lobster bake. Our lobster bake is now the whole lobster, which was a whole lobster, $25. We got rid of the 4-ounce tails and we upgraded to a 7-ounce tail. I dropped the price down per ounce on that. So if you get the lobster tail bake, it's better per ounce than it was previously with the 4-ounce tails. And it's an insane, like totally insane deal if you get a 2-tail bake. 2 7-ounce tails, the clams, corn, potatoes, drawn butter. It's $34.99. It is like the most insane deal ever. If we sell a lobster tail that size separate, they're $19.99 each. So if you were to order a la carte, potatoes, $5.99. Corn, you get 2 ear corn for $3. That's $9 right there. 2 tails would be $40, so up to $48. And then if you added, what else is in there? The clams, half dozen clams, $7.50. You're at $57. If you order all those stuff a la carte, piece by piece by piece at the table, it's a $55, $53 dish. So $34.99, 2 7-ounce tails, clams, corn, potatoes. And that's the plan as long as I've got the good deal on lobster tails. And again, I had to commit to a lot of those cases. I would sell a lot more to you as a grocery item, but I have to make sure that I have enough for bakes. So that's why there's a limit of, I think, 6. We set a limit of 6. And I can go back and reorder again this week more if I need to. But again, I just can't lay out, I can't buy 100 cases of lobster tails and lay out that kind of money. Especially if September, it slows down a little bit. If I'm caught with all these lobster tails in the freezer, doesn't matter what price I paid for them, they're still expensive. Still an expensive item. So I just have to manage storage, manage the bank account. When it's time to pay the mortgage, I can't give them Lobster Tails. It'd be nice to, but I can't. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to head off to Justin's game. Tag a friend who likes lobster. Tag a friend who likes lobster. Thanks, folks. Talk to you later.